We have a problem with the FAA. It's not me, it's 31,000 people. And let's talk about it because this is getting stupid. And I want to show you guys something that is very important. So please stay tuned and watch it all the way through the end. I'm doing this video because I was having an argument with some idiot on Facebook today that is an AMP, and I suggested a repair for something. And it's for this weird thing that you see here that let's go over what's going on. And I want you guys to pay attention to the details because 31,000 aircraft, it's 31,000 pilots. It's going to get really hurt and need to pay more than $3,000 for something that can get sold for literally like something as much as like $200 maximum for repair. Let's go over what's going on. So this is the AOPA. Of course, they were talking to the FAA in order to grant more time for the Piper Rudder AD for the aviation directive, if you don't know what it is. So what's going on? Let's make it short. So if you see this airplane, you can see here this area, this is the rudder of the airplane, and it looks like it's nicely bented sideways. So this is not happened by coincidence. This happened due to the area right here in the center that actually broke. Let's see, I have the picture by itself so it will be easier to see. So we're having an airplane. I'm going to go into details for the airplane, so please stay tuned, pay attention. This is very important. This is very important to help fight this because we don't need this AD. This AD is out of control. So you can see here there is a broken piece, and it's actually the rod that's holding the rudder. And when you go and you look at the part itself and what the part is supposed to look like, if we go into this picture, this is the rudder, and supposedly the parts that break in is right here. Okay, it's going to be right where I have my marker right there. Okay, let's see, can we zoom in? Yeah, right there where the little hand is. So what's going on here? This is getting rusted, and then this part is breaking because of the movement of this section while you turn in left and right with your rudder. The air pressure pushing it, torquing it, and breaking it out of this area. Now, you say, but this is a mild steel, so how can it even be? Because this is very strong material. This thing should never happen. But the reason that it's happened because in aviation we have something called corrosion, and corrosion and rust can actually be contaminants for certain object in where you fly your airplane. So this was supposed to be made with 1025 carbon steel, and later they replaced it with 3130 carbon steel, okay? The low alloy steel. Now, where is the issue? First of all, the issue is the picture of what you're seeing right now. This part to buy by itself, it's about $1,000 plus $200 crating and another $200 to $300 shipping. So you're looking at approximately $1,500 before you even cover it. That it's going to be another probably close to $1,000, and without your AMP signing everything, and all this for this area that can break here. Now let's go back to the picture that I just showed you, and let me explain why this is stupid. To start, this guy have a tail beacon here on the back that adding a lot more drag to the airplane and a lot more resistance and a lot of weight that haven't been designed by the factory to actually be hauled over there. When those airplane manufacture, they haven't manufactured with this thing on top of it. There is a small position light on the back, the white light, and that's it. But when you're looking at the picture and you say, okay, so this is broken, nobody got killed, obviously. Obviously, this did not happen on the ground, it's happening in air. But why? Why this is happening? It's happened to only 2 airplanes. So it's happened to 2 airplanes, and this is one of the airplanes. Here is the problem. And it's a major problem, and it's a major issue. Look at this airplane and look what I'm showing. You see where I'm pointing right now with the mouse. I'm going to do it a little bit slowly. You see this? Those are floats. This airplane is in water. This airplane in a state of corrosion all the time because it's inside of a liquid. It's not closing a hangar. It's an airplane that probably someone restored. You can see that the fabric on it looking in excellent condition. But this is a PVN airplane. They use it, they're running it on water. The problem is when you run it on water, I don't know if this thing being in fresh water or in salt water. The fact that it being in fresh water or salt water, this could be a major problem, because it means that there's corrosion in this airplane somewhere else. They probably should tell this guy, okay, we need to inspect your entire airplane, not just this little piece, because if this carbon steel broke, obviously you have corrosion somewhere else, and those airplanes used to have problem with where the frame for the door and all kind of other areas in the airplane that need to get inspected. So this is a major problem. Now, the fact that this thing happened to two people, I haven't seen the picture of the other airplane to say, okay, it's another amphibian, but it's also a higher horsepower. So the fact that a higher horsepower, for example, me, I have a Piper Colt, it's have 108 horsepower. It will never do that to my airplane. I don't think it will. Maybe I'm mistaken and maybe I will die. I don't know. At this point, it's not really matter. But the fact that this thing happened and the rudder is in one piece, it just bent it sideways, this is really bad. But you cannot go to 31,000 people and tell them it will happen to you. And this is what I want to actually bring and make noise about. So we have an airplane that is overpowered. It's have like, again, the tail beacon on the top over there, the strobe, I'm sorry. And this happened, and it's a amphibian airplane. So let's go back to the picture of the part. So when you look at this part, and please pay attention, because I'm going to go to how is the repair could have been done in order to prevent this. So the tube that you have over here, it's a hollow tube. If you have the original, of course, factory 1940, 1950, 1960, whenever they manufactured it. Those parts that made from the 1025, or even if it's made out of actually the newer alloy that they wanted to have over there, the 4130, could have a problem if it's in water, because the bottom parts of it here, on the bottom, let's see, right there, it's open. If you look underneath, you could see that there is a hole underneath it. Usually it's to run the wire for your lights through that. There is a couple holes here, and then there is a hole that's running through it. Now, easy fix. Two way to easy fix it, okay? One way will be to actually insert to actually drill a couple holes, okay, on the top, and couple holes on the bottom, insert a tube inside, okay, disconnect your wire for the light, insert a tube inside, close the screws on it, or strip the fabric, weld it, and then you're gonna have instant repair in another tube inside. This is one, okay? An AMP online on Facebook was arguing with me that I don't know what I'm talking about. I'm sorry to tell this guy that I'm probably doing aviation since I was like 14, and now I'm 48, and I don't care that he have some certificate for AMP. Every idiot that can read and write can go and pass those stupid tests of the FAA, not actually making them smart person. Now, the other option that I see, that another option is easier, it will be more cost effective, and you don't have to damage anything at all, absolutely nothing, will be, because we have a cavity here on the bottom, and most of those airplanes that did came from the factory with the top ear open. Most of them are open here on the top, because some of them used to put adding a beacon on the top or a strobe. So there is a tube that going top to the bottom that is completely hollow, and this is actually how it's got rusted to start with on those airplanes. My thought about it is to take a carbon rod, not carbon steel, but carbon fiber, okay? And what we're gonna need to do is insert a carbon fiber rod inside that is soaked in epoxy, and let it adhere inside. And what it will make right now, it will make actually a very strong carbon fiber reinforcement for the rudder. So the rudder here, this section that break, will never be able to get to the stress level that it's getting right now, and not going to be able to torque and break, because it's going to have a solid state inside it, preventing it from doing that. Now, you will say, okay, what we're going to do right now with the wire lights. The wire lights could stay where they are, and they could be routed loosely between those holes and get out with a small hole in the fabric sideway here and be connected to the entire wiring system of the airplane. So you don't really need to run it into the tube. It's not really giving you anything. Actually, in some of the new rudders that you get in, actually they put Velcro here, and you see that it's Velcro through the new wiring, the light wiring, and it's completely external. It's not running through the center rod. So by combining a modern technology with existing technology, just need to get clean inside, make sure before there is no corrosion, go with a borescope and make sure there is no cracks. It can get an insert of a carbon fiber rod that is not going to be as expensive, and it's be an easy fix that can be done probably, like I would say, like in less than 2 hours. Now if we want to go the extra step, after we insert the carbon rod and the carbon fiber is already inside, and if they want to go the extra step, we can make 2 holes, one here, one there, and put a bolt that will be a countersink from both sides, bolts that will be a male and a female, that will be flush mount with the rods, and do another 2 sets on the somewhere along this line to make sure that even if the epoxy for some weird reason will decide not to stick, will open, it will still hook up with those bolts, so it means that it will never turn. The top parts of this rudder will never going to be able to torque and break itself out. Now if you want to know if I'm not crazy, let's go real quick, and we're going to go on a easy Google search that I did earlier. Where was it? It's disappeared. Never mind. Anyway, if you're going to Google yourself the strength of carbon fiber versus the strength of steel, you will see that it's 5 times stronger than steel. So it means that we can get a part that will never corrode, it will never going to rust, and it will be stronger than steel. And all we need to do is to let people open their mind a little bit. It's working for the FAA, and those are engineers, but those are usually older guys or people with world reflection of whatever they know. It's what go, not any new technology. This could be a very easy fix with a carbon fiber rod, or again with the insert of a rod for inside and just making couple hold, weld, patch it out, and be done with it. Now we are right now in December. This thing haven't got in as an AD yet. They're pushing it until February. I'm gonna try to speak to the people that they have AOPA. I'm already in contact with them to talk to the people that in the FAA and try to see if my idea could work, because it could save people a lot of money. If you're gonna make the calculation of $3,000 times 31,000, you will see that we have a major problem here, and we need to solve this problem before it's getting a bigger problem. Each time there is an AD, it's not mean that we're all gonna fall from the sky and die. And I read some of the people comments on the government AD and on the AOPA, and people say, oh yeah, it's gonna cost you $3,000 to do that. A funeral costs $10,000. It's a saving of $7,000. No, you're not gonna die. If you don't have a PVN airplane, obviously, and you don't have a very high horsepower engine on an old aircraft, there is no reason for you to get hurt. So this is what I'm trying to show. It's first of all that this thing was a PVN airplane. Second of all, something else involved that we need to investigate what this guy did to his airplane. Why did this thing happen? Because this airplane got recovered lately. You can see that it's brand new paint and it's brand new cover, and you can see actually by the stitches on the elevator that this is something that's been done lately. Maybe they should go to the company that did the covering and tell them, okay, did you guys take a picture of this part before? Did you treat it for corrosion? Did you do anything before? Maybe some of the new water-based glue system that they have causing this. And I will not be surprised if they will find that one of the new green environmental water-based glue caused this thing to corrode. Maybe the corrosion did not come from the inside. Maybe it came from the outside. And this is going to be a major issue for longevity of repair for stuff if people are going to keep working with water-based and solvent instead of going with a solvent base and going some with material that we know that water will not disturb. So please like my video, share it, and if you have a comment, please put it below. If you're an AMP and you think that you're smarter than anybody else, please put your comment, but back it up with something. Let me know why you think that carbon fiber is not stronger than steel. And one guy that was attacking me, that this is why I'm doing the video, was keep claiming that this is not per FAA repair. And FAA don't know everything. FAA did not being in the factory while they're making it. They just give approval for stuff. But if you know you're in aviation, every day there is a new FAA approval that fell, and the FAA want us to do an AD that we need to pay for a mistake that they made. So this have to stop. We need to start fighting these people. We cannot keep paying tens of thousands of dollars every year for repairs for something that this is their fault. FAA approve a part, the part fell, and then we need to pay for it. But the fact that the part fell does not mean that all of them will fail. You need to look at the picture, investigate. In 5 minutes, I look at 50 different things that I see in this airplane that I say, okay, this could be the problem for this specific airplane that don't have on my airplane. So let's get together. Let's see how we can work out. Let's see how we can start pushing the FAA for making an AD each time an airplane break. Thank you. Don't forget, like, subscribe, and share. And please, put your comment below. Let's try to push this. We need to fix this problem. See you guys later. Bye.